Hello and welcome to the new episode of Talking Pictures with Lance and David, and this week we're discussing Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
I want to talk about this guy. He was like some sort of secret agent or something. No, okay.
Hi, June. Maybe I didn't make it clear enough, but we're gonna have to stick together. I'm sorry, who are you?
This is the guy.
I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Please, for your own
listen,
safety,
whatever happens.
please stay in the booth.
What are you talking about?
Everybody get down! No one follows us, or I kill myself and then her.
So Night and Day, it's basically Tom Cruise is kind of sending up his Mission Impossible persona a little bit by playing a sort of a CIA agent who's possibly gone rogue, and he's kind of being hunted down by the CIA.
That's what we're led to believe.
Right, and he kind of hooks up with Cameron Diaz's character, who's just like an ordinary person. She fixes cars or something like that, simply because he wants to use her to like carry something through customs for him, and then he ends up with her for the whole movie. I wasn't sure I was going to like it actually because it didn't open in the States particularly big, and I thought, oh God, you know, what do audiences want if they don't want Tom Cruise in this kind of movie and Cameron Diaz in a comedy? I absolutely loved it. I have to say, I really, really dug it. What about you?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to like it. The trailer was a great trailer. It was a fine piece of work, but it
didn't really tell you whether you were going to like it or not.
No,
did it?
No,
just
it
kind of
didn't.
set it up.
It didn't. But as it unfolded, it was something much more than the trailer gave away. It had a lot of tips of the hat and references to Hitchcock's later work and the subsequent Hitchcockian pastiches that came to Stanley Donen films.
Right.
There was a lot of charade in there. But apart from North by Northwest, there was a lot of...
The Lady Vanishes as well.
The Lady Vanishes, yes.
The little...
direct reference to that, and also To Catch a Thief. But also, what it really reminded me of was the Gregory Peck, Sophie Loren film Arabesque.
Right,
really
absolutely.
Reminded me. It was globe-trotting and lots of suspense.
Some people are gonna come looking for you now.
Why?
Miss Havens, will you join us inside the car for a moment?
They'll tell you I'm mentally unstable, and violent, and dangerous, and it'll all sound very convincing.
I'm already convinced.
Till a week ago, Miller was one of the most trusted covert agents in the world.
What happened a week ago?
A full-blown break with reality. Why didn't he kill you?
Because he liked me.
Hey, June! It's a beautiful dress! 1 second!
The whole plot revolves around this little gizmo, this battery that
It's
can...
MacGuffin.
Yeah, the MacGuffin that can
it's
power...
the Zephyr, the unlimited...
That's it.
The battery that never runs out.
That's
basically.
right. It can power a city, and the whole
which is
plot,
like a classic MacGuffin, actually.
Yeah, but it's not really brought. The importance of it isn't really brought to the fore. But you know what? It doesn't spoil the action, and it doesn't detract from the fact that it's really quite suspenseful.
Yeah.
Despite every,
Which is strange because actually some of these movies, because you kind of know going in that they're not really going to get like badly injured or and yet somehow there's like a torture scene in it.
Yeah.
But because you never see Harry sort of escaped it because she keeps... I mean, it's a caper. The one thing that kind of that made me unsure about it going in is that it didn't have a title. That I know this sounds really dumb, but it didn't have a title that told me really what it was.
No.
If it had been called the Zephyr Caper, or you know the trouble with what's his name, Roy Miller. If it was like you know the trouble with Roy or the trouble with June.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of needed something to tell me what it was, because once I'd seen it. And once I was watching it and realised, oh, this is a classic caper. I know exactly what they're doing here. We're supposed to have a lot of fun. We're not supposed to take it too seriously. You know, don't worry too much about the CIA people trying to kill them and all the cars exploding or whatever. The jeopardy here is just kind of that is all part of the sort of hijinks, really.
Yeah.
So I realised that I started to have a really good time about 5 minutes in, and they really never let up through all the set pieces and all of the... You know, the fun, sparky relationship between the two of them.
Well, the fun, sparky relationship is like a highlight of the film. And halfway through the movie, she falls in love with him when they're apart.
Yeah.
I would have liked more of that side of him explored. Near the beginning of the film, when they first meet, they're in the airplane. She's telling him about how she wants to rebuild this car, her father's old car, and present it to her daughter, her sister, on her wedding day. And you can see Tom Cruise visibly around his eyes go red.
Yeah.
He chokes up. It's absolutely brilliant and comes right out of the blue, and it's wonderful. And why is he so moved? But what is in the character's makeup? And you find out.
Which we
I mean,
won't
I'm
say,
getting
but
a bit choked up. About it, and it's.
But you compare that actually in terms of Tom Cruise's acting. I've always admired him as an actor, but actually his acting has grown as he's matured. He's basically learned to act in public, like a lot of kids who start kind of young. And I looked back at The Firm, which I think is like 1993 or something like that, a couple of weeks back, just before I saw Night and Day for the first time. I've seen it twice now, and there's a scene where he's telling Jean Tripplehorn, his wife, that he's basically had an affair. Now you look at at how sort of badly, by comparison, he plays that scene, which is a scene that should have much more emotion, but he really doesn't seem to know what to bring to that scene, and the subtlety of some of his work and yet he also seems to be having more fun than I've seen him have in a movie since Jerry Maguire. Actually, and there was a lot of romance in Jerry Maguire, but it was also about him, this man who's literally kind of tripped over. He's on this great career path, and then he sabotaged his own career. And he got an Oscar nomination. Actually, I think he's got like 4 Oscar nominations now. And I really thought that his performance was completely confident, but not cocky. Okay, he got an Oscar nomination for Magnolia as well, but it was kind of easy to play the part the way that he did.
Part.
Who's your companion? She seems capable.
He's been playing you. He's a spy. That's what he does.
I'm sorry, it's reflex.
Don't know exactly what to believe.
June, I think I get down now.
Turn yourself in. That's the safest option for the people you seem to care so much about.
Change!
And let's not forget, the action in this movie is wonderful, wonderful stuff. It's exciting, it's thrilling, and inventive.
Another of the things that really, really surprised me is the chemistry between Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. Because I didn't really expect them to actually fall in love in the course of the movie, and I didn't expect for there to be that smolder. But actually there kind of is. They both get to admire each other a little bit, physically. But there's also... There's some kind of fundamental, feelings there. Actually, you do.
It works, especially in the scene where Cameron Diaz finds out who this guy really is. She's terrific. In that scene.
But I think we already know that they kind of care about each other more than just that they don't want the other to die.
Did they give you something? You should hydrate.
So, how many 72 Chevy exhaust parts out of 10 would you give Night and Day?
I'll give it 8.
Yeah, I'll go for 8 as well.
Cool.
So that's Night and Day, and we'll see you next time on Talking Pictures.
See you then.